Okay, Phoenix TV time. We've got something a little bit different for you this morning. For the first time ever, we're going to introduce a Trafford Metro sign. I've got Neil here with me this morning. Something new again for us. Let's try and expand this. So we'll get straight down to it. We've got our first Trafford Metro signing of the season, and it's Jake Nurse. We've got him on the phone. Hi, Jake.
Hi, Jake. Sounds odd, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, rolls nicely. That. How you doing, Jake?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
We're good. Obviously, you've been in ice hockey a long time now, Jake, and you were with Blackburn for your first year, but you've been Manchester ever since. Is that right?
Yeah, I started at the old Devonshire Road rink in Altrincham, and then when that closed, I went over to Blackburn while we didn't have a rink. And as soon as we got one back in Altrincham through Neil and the Phoenix, I came back.
That's good to hear. And obviously, you were with the Metros for a while, and then we tried to get you to take the step up from the ENL to the EPL. What was that step up like, Jake?
To be honest with you, it was a bit of a dream come true for me at the start of last year. It was brilliant. It was great. My game was improving. It's very difficult to get through with a job as well. That's the only problem I had. Work schedule didn't fit with it.
Yeah. Obviously, Jake, you're quite a big guy. I think it's 6'4".
Yeah.
You're 6'4". Do you think that is that your style of game? Are you a big physical enforcer?
No, I wouldn't consider myself an enforcer. I'm more of maybe a power forward. I like to get in the areas and mix it up and stuff, but I'll quite happily stand up for my team if I need to. Good
lad, that's what we like to hear, mate. I was looking at your stats a bit earlier. I think you've played just over 100 games and got just over 100 points, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
Good stats. Obviously, back now for a good number of seasons now with the Metros. What's your what's the building on for next season? What are the aims?
Well, last year coming back from the Phoenix, we were struggling, and we couldn't get out of the rut we were in, so it ended up being very disappointing, being relegated. So the hoping this year is to come back bigger and better and more committed and make sure we get the results.
I don't know whether you've heard, Jake, but they've actually, because of a points difference and something very strange that I never understand about English ice hockey boards, but you boys have been put back in the same league again.
Yeah, again,
which I can't explain to you, Jake. You just are.
Well, no, if I'm honest, I'm glad. Obviously, we want to be in that league, so that's something I'm very happy about. But it's going to make the other teams have a bit of a chip on the shoulder about us, so we're going to have to do some proving wrong and prove that we deserve to be there this year, I think.
Well, I think one of the things that I'm seeing is we're trying to bring the organisation more together, as you know, Jake, and I think this is an earlier start for us than in previous years. That you guys have been chosen earlier, you are training earlier. You probably don't know this yet, and we haven't actually announced it, but it looks like by the end of this week we're going to have a gym for you guys and a personal trainer who's going to take a class once a week around you lot, all based on hockey and strength and fitness and core properties. So I think things are a lot different, and I think we're going to be a lot stronger team than we were last year, don't you?
Well, to be honest with you, Neil, I've always thought that doing things early was the better way. We had trials the other week, and I think there was about 45 skaters on the trials, so it just shows that we're picking up people that we maybe wouldn't have picked up before.
Yeah, and I think, it don't get this wrong, Jake, because I've known you for a long while, but I think the problem with doing everything late, which is a style adopted by somebody, is great for keeping all your local boys and keeping it personal, but you're right, we don't bring enough width and breadth to the team. And do you know what? You boys that have been on the team from day one anyway are quite capable of holding your own at trials. So I don't think we really had anything ever to worry about, do you?
Oh no, but just I don't know, new players coming down, new faces even makes the regular boys work that little bit harder. It makes it a bit fresher and stuff like that, and it gives you that fire back kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I was quite impressed myself, Jake, with the trials. I mean, you were right. There was something. I don't know, over 40. I think there was 45, 46 guys came, and we even, which is allowed in this league at the moment, although people don't know, we even had 4 imports there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which we've never really attracted before. So, it's looking good. Just for everybody that doesn't know your background, exactly how long have you played hockey?
Oh, we're talking pushing the good 12 years now.
Yeah.
Since I was 10. So
Yeah.
a good 12 years, going on 13.
I don't think most people realise that. Do you know what I mean? And I think to be fair to you as well, Jake, you've been really good and honourable and stuck with Manchester from day one till now. And you know, I think that's a really good thing. And do you enjoy being in Manchester with the team?
Oh yeah, it's my home. You get a bit of pride when you put those shirts on and you're representing somewhere where you live and things like that. It's my dad used to play for the Metros when he was younger, so it's kind of a family thing for me as well.
No, that's fantastic. Well, look, just before we let you go, you probably already know this because I know he's a good friend of yours and he won't have kept his mouth shut. But we've also re-signed John Murray.
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit about John, Jake, for people that don't know John. How long's he been playing hockey?
John's been playing even longer than me. John was with Altrincham from like the under 10s. He's a great hockey player. He sees the game really well. He's similar to me, very loyal and honourable. He'll play for the team. We had a bit of a slow season last year because John was injured at the start, so he missed a big chunk of last year. But he's been training with us over summer, and it's great to have him back, kind of thing.
Yeah. What do you think John brings to the game? You were saying you're a power forward, and you say he's a similar player. But what do you think John brings to the game for the team?
Well, like you said, we've been playing such a long time, but John sees the game so well. Sometimes you'll see things on the ice that other people don't see. He finds spaces with passes and picks people out. He's a very, very clever hockey player.
So really, John's a great asset to have on board already, is he?
Oh yeah. He's great in the changing room. He'll stick up for the guys just like I will if he has to. He'll put hits on. He's not small John himself, and he's got a great shot as well.
And if the other team's unlucky, they'll probably put you two guys on the same line, won't they?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Good. Listen, Jake, great to talk to you. Great to have you back. Hopefully, we'll see you in Phoenix colours again soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Great stuff. Cheers, Jake. See you later, mate.
All right,
Talk to you again, Jake. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's
You normally would say to him, by the way, we're going off air now, rather than just terminate him like that.
It's good to have him back.
It's very good to have him back. He's a lovely man, isn't he, really? Just terminate him. You don't care anymore, do you?
Well, you've got to. Obviously, the two of them, to have them back, Manchester through and through, both of them.
Yeah, I think, you know what, these two guys have been playing hockey for a long, long time in Manchester, Jake. And I think they've really, without... You know, everybody on the team's important, but these boys have been constant and they've been competitive, and as he said, they've been honourable and they've turned up and they've played for the shirt more than themselves.
Yeah.
And I think they're a great start to the team, to be honest with you. And you know, I'm really looking forward to this season. You know, Tony and I are at the moment into discussions with the league about whether we could have academy players, which is to have some of the E&L boys actually sanctioned to play with the Phoenix, or at least practice with the Phoenix, and try to come on board with the Phoenix. The problem you have is that there's a rule that says if you're over 21, you can only play 3 times, and then you have to sign.
And then you have to sign on.
So it makes it really difficult. So we're probably going to have to look at academy players and younger players, which the audience will wonder why we're bringing so young players in. But that's why we can't really afford to take the risk of signing a Metro player that's a little bit older and a little bit more experienced and a little bit more mature, and then him not actually play or take bench time with the Phoenix, but then we weaken the Metro. So it's a really tough one,
Of course, with two of the older guys more experienced with the Metros, we've got the new coming in. I know Jim mentioned it on an earlier show. We've got a new sponsor on board with the Metros now. Yeah,
we've got a new headline sponsor in Howard Bassford, to the bodywork specialists, and they've been fantastic. They're going to take over headline sponsor with the Mets, and they're also going to be involved with the Phoenix organisation as a whole, supporting the junior system. And the network club on the business side. So I think they'll be a great asset to the organisation as a whole, and I think that'll help shore things up. And we've got a couple of other sponsors in the wings as well. So, you know, everybody in the office, you guys at the back here, are all working really hard and trying to get sponsorship for the main Premier team and trying to get sponsorship for the youngsters and for the NIHL team, which I don't think I'm going to get the hang of all season, and at some point I'm going to make an absolute mess of. But anyway, you know, so I think, you know, having 5 people in the office at the moment, and which everybody, as you know, has all come up through the academy at the moment doing sales and marketing, and it's been the extra arm we've put forward this year. But I think it's been a great success, and I think we're all learning off each other, and the camaraderie feels good, and I think we're going in the right direction. And you know, I've got a lot of respect for you guys in there and what we're doing, so it's all good.
It's good, like you say, we've got a few of us here in the office helping out, but we always need more volunteers, always.
Absolutely.
If we're watching, how do they get involved with ourselves and to help out with the Metros as well?
Well, if they want to be volunteer on match night, the best thing is to email Mags Pullen at the office or go into the website and just make a phone call to us. If there's people out there, if you've got young people out there, you want to play hockey, then if you don't skate at all at the moment, then really it's hockey basics for you want to be starting with. Again, go to the website and you'll be directed in the right direction for that. And if you want to play for the Mets, or you think you're good enough to play for the Mets, or you're good enough to play for the Phoenix, then again, just website, come through the right channels, let us know, send us a CV, and you know, Tony Hand's just waiting to be pushed off the ice. So you know, get your CVs in. Let's see where we're going to go.
Neil, thanks very much. We know you're a busy man. Thank you so much for your
You're
time
welcome.
again. That's all from us for now, folks. We'll be back very soon with more news from the Metros and the Phoenix.